Hi everyone, I hope that you are having a great day and I'm so happy to connect with you today and thought that we could spend a minute talking about happiness. So many of us say that, listen, I just want to be happy. I have a good friend who started a whole blog about how happy is the new rich. If everyone wanted to be rich before, now everyone wants to be happy. And I thought it might just be worth some time digging into what is it that we're actually looking for. So oftentimes people call it happiness. Now, happiness is an interesting term because it's actually driven off of what happens around you. Some have even said that happiness is achieved when there is no striving for happiness. So I think we could all agree that the what we're seeking is not something that we want to change with the winds around us. So let's keep going as we talk about this elusive thing that all of us are seeking. Another way of describing it is pleasure. So, pleasure can come in a great many forms. It might be the chocolate bar that you treat yourself to at night. It could be a luxurious beach vacation. But pleasure tends to be one of those fleeting experiences that, frankly, some of us have gotten into a bit of a rhythm that you kind of always need a pleasure hit. And you might be able to get that from, a scan of social media, a quick online shopping purchase. But again, tends to be transitory and fleeting in nature. So let's talk about another that sometimes folks refer to is contentment. Now this one has a little bit of a different time scale, more longer term, describing contentment with one's life in terms of accomplishments or home life, career, impact left on the world at large. Certainly something to aim for, but likely not something to be accomplished for some period of time. So I would like to point your attention to another definition of what we often seek, and that is joy. So joy is something that tends to be more internally driven. And I usually describe it as an active choice. So choosing joy, taking joy as a decision that you can make in any moment. And frankly, an attitude that you can have through all circumstances happening around you. And what I love about the concept of joy is the idea is if you keep cultivating that spirit of joy, that can lead to peace over time. So a sense of harmony, of alignment, of things falling into place. And so I know we've talked about several different topics today or concepts, but I'd really encourage you to do some self-exploration. What is it that you are seeking at any moment in time? If it is that happiness, you know that many circumstances likely outside of your control would have to add up to perhaps the happiness that you seek. If it's pleasure, you know that's fleeting and you have to keep feeding it to keep that pleasure meter up high. If it is that contentment where towards the end of your life, you can look back on a life well spent, it's a worthy goal, but maybe not something that you're going to reach today. So I turn your attention back to joy, a choice that you make to see the world and everything around you with gratitude, to focus on the blessings that we have and that none of them should be taken for granted. And that joy, that choice you make to take joy, that will lead to the peace that I believe ultimately we all seek. That harmony, that fulfillment, that is what we're after, my friends. So as you just think about what you're looking for today, this year, in your life, it's helpful to kind of break down those positive feelings, positive emotions into different categories and realize how much you can actually take control of cultivating it in your life. I'm wishing you joy and peace today and always. And until next time.